This season on Canada's Greatest Know-It-All, 10 of the country's biggest know-it-alls have been found. And they're about to be tested like never before. 24 new challenges.
Go!
Designed to push these big brains to their breaking points and beyond. It's an all-out sensory and cerebral overload. As super egos
Quit arguing with me all the time.
Shut the up.
go to battle
I'm gonna pack those right out one by one.
to win. It'll take stamina,
Come on, Laura.
strategy,
Plus 1/2 AT squared.
and sheer willpower to survive.
Come here. Carpet on the ceiling again.
This year's competitors include an aerospace engineer, a Jeopardy champion, an adventurer and explorer, a world-class artist, a physics prodigy, an Air Force pilot, a Northern Ranger, an entrepreneur, a microbiologist, and an inventor. 9 know-it-alls will fall, leaving only one to be Canada's greatest know-it-all. Welcome to the pit. Look familiar from last season?
Good.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm wearing this wetsuit. I've been setting up your very first challenge under the water. There is a potentially explosive situation that you need to deal with. Just like me, you've got to go and get scuba diving training. Yes?
Cool. All right.
Go.
Okay. Oh, well, I was certified as a scuba diver in 1977.
Hopefully we'll teach you a skill that'll last you a lifetime.
When were
And
you certified?
1995.
77.
Good for you.
Well, I'm a certified diver. I've swum with hammerhead sharks, so perfect.
There's one know-it-all with his own unique qualifications,
How do you feel? Comfortable?
but scuba diving isn't one of them. That's because most of the water around him is frozen. Abe Qammaniq from Hall Beach, Nunavut. Born and raised in the Inuit culture and landscape of the far north, and having worked as a Northern Ranger, Abe's had to learn some unique skills to survive.
I got a polar bear skin that I've shot a couple of weeks ago. This is the ideal way of putting a sled together. This is an example of cast walrus meat. We got a different set of skills. It was within our culture to be able to be proficient with what we do.
If he can survive here,
I do have those skills.
he can certainly handle a group of know-it-alls.
There's people that know a lot, and there's people that think they know a lot. I asked Abe, who's from the Arctic Circle, about where he's from, and I had Bill explain it to me.
All the Inuit who'd been eating the seal liver and the hearts and everything else.
He thought he knew more about where this guy grew up than he did.
Like typical know-it-alls, sizing up the competition is paramount. So these 10 are more intent on learning about each other than scuba diving.
What's your name?
Doug.
Doug?
If you're going to be Canada's greatest know-it-all, you're going to have to beat each of these people at some point in time.
So what do you guys do?
Retired management consultant.
So I build like military-grade lasers.
Oh. If there's anything funnier than a bunch of nerds starting to peck for position, I haven't seen it.
Ben has all these wacky stories.
I've broken 4 world records. I've been hit by lightning twice. I'm also an ace on computer-aided design.
Oh my God, I really don't care.
Doug is an interesting fellow.
Yeah, Doug's an interesting guy.
Doug's an interesting character.
I noticed you've got a pork pie hat. Yeah.
I'm not super happy that Doug and I have the same style hat.
Do you know where I found this one? Convenience store across the street from where I live. I looked all over the city for it. $13.
I'm a sucker because I ordered mine from a hat shop in San Francisco.
Yeah.
It was $70. We're certainly not twins. In personality, we couldn't be further apart.
Doug Hickton from Toronto, Ontario.
I try to do a crossword puzzle every day.
Doug takes his mental cross-training very seriously because keeping sharp has certainly paid off for him. Not only was he a Jeopardy champion, but he beat the IBM supercomputer Watson in a man versus machine super showdown.
I'm the only Canadian contestant ever to have beaten him. We're going to be safe from robot domination of the world for some time yet.
Doug may have beaten the supercomputer, but not his fear of water. He has steadfastly refused to do the scuba training.
The thing that really bothers me about getting in the water is drowning.
Now that most of them are fully trained, there's no reason that these 10 know-it-alls shouldn't be able to face their first giant challenge. And each other.
I'm not intimidated by anyone.
I feel like I'm the dumbest guy in the group, which, I'm cool with because that means they have low expectations for me, and that's good.
My guts tell me that there's absolutely no reason why I shouldn't win this.
I definitely feel I'm in the right place. I'm a competitor. I'm here to stay. I'm not going anywhere.
Welcome back, know-it-alls. You guys look like pros. You had good training?
Good.
Great.
To qualify for Canada's greatest know-it-all, you guys wrote a test. I split you into teams based on your test results. On Team Orange, Owen, Scott, Doug, Andrew, and Carla had the top 5 scores in the tests.
At the top, which is where we belong.
Team Blue, Ben, Bill, Beth, Laura, and Abe. Lowest 5 scores.
I was in the bottom half, which surprised me.
Here's your first team challenge. You guys are going to be racing to defuse 2 giant bombs that I've put under the water in front of those 2 docks. Here's how it works. First, they solve numerical problems to determine the numbers on a combination lock. Second, they communicate that number to their teammates non-verbally. And third, they use their scuba training to get to their bomb, then unlock a compartment and cut the correct colored wire to defuse it. There are 2 compartments on their bombs, so this is done over 2 rounds. You got it?
Yeah.
What are you waiting for? Tick-tock! Let's go! Each team must first devise a non-verbal method to communicate both numbers and colors.
Now, colors, Roy G. Biv. In science, you already have a logical arrangement of colors by number.
Roy G. Biv. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
After Roy G. Biv, we should put in a white and black, just in case.
We had somebody with a white hat, and we had somebody with a black hat.
This is white, that's black.
Worked great.
So your right hand is the first digit, your left hand is the second
What
digit.
happens if the second digit's past 5?
Ben was a major problem to me. 60 is,
I saw there being some flaws in the communication style that we had.
he bothered me.
Maybe because this know-it-all is used to being the captain of his own ship. Bill Robinson from Madeira Park, British Columbia. Bill is a retired systems manager who now spends most of his time as an explorer on the open water.
Most people never experience life and death situations. But you get hit by a hurricane and you've got a 17-ton boat surfing underneath you. You could quite easily be dead. I have a huge amount of expertise I can call on.
All right, teams, are you ready? Go!
In the first explosive challenge of this season, the 10 know-it-alls have been split into 2 teams. They've established a method of communicating numbers and colors non-verbally.
Roy Biv.
But first, they need to solve numeric problems to begin the process of defusing their team's underwater bomb.
All right, teams, are you ready? Go!
They're busy cracking codes right now.
The number of official Canadian languages is 2.
Signs of the zodiac -4, there's 12, there's 8. Roman numeral solve for L times X is 10. L is... what the hell is L?
If there's one guy who hates to be beaten at anything, it's Owen Garrett from Spruce Grove, Alberta.
This is my action command bunker. It's my music studio, it's my gym, it's where I draw, and I lord over my burgeoning business empire. I'm an artist. I work in pencil. I've been a full-time artist for 16 years. Whatever happens, I can figure it out. That makes me a pretty dangerous competitor for this show. I wouldn't want to be competing against me, quite frankly.
But Team Blue is not intimidated.
From the Roman numerals, solve for LX minus 1, or II, times XV. It has to be 30. What is the only even prime number? Yep. I'm assuming the prime number would be 2, so it's the smallest. What is the number of turns in a hangman's noose doubled? So that's 13, so that's 26. That one's good.
Team Blue is taking their first shot.
(30-02-26).
Laura's going under. Trying Team Blue's first lock. And she's got it. All right, Team Blue is out of the gate fast. They've cracked lock number 1 now. Cut the correct colored wire.
Color.
And they can move on to their second lock.
Yeah. Blue wire, go.
Laura's down again.
Come on, give me confirmation.
And they've got it! Team Blue, race back to land and switch positions with your teammates. You can now move on to your second lock. You guys were the 5 lowest scores, and you're rocking and rolling back. Getting out of the gate quickly on a project is easy, but finishing can be the problem. For Ben Eady from Calgary, Alberta.
I've got 8 million projects on the go, none of them finished. Nothing better than PVC, radio control aircraft, camera stabilizers. Hello, and welcome to Mechanical Mashup. Really starting
on Ben's do-it-yourself website, he co-conspires with best friend and proven know-it-all, Season 1 runner-up, Dave Spencer.
I can't have him thinking he's smarter than me. That's just completely unacceptable. I have to win.
Team Blue has got their first lock, and it looks like Team Orange is finally ready to take a shot. Let's go.
2.
2.
8.
8. 10. 10.
So they've got the code. They're gonna try and unlock it right now.
Our communication was excellent.
Team Orange, you are wrong.
We effectively communicated numbers that would not work.
Major problems here.
And that rattled us. Big time.
Scott Gravel from Calgary, Alberta.
Let's fly.
Scott's a champion hang glider pilot, longboard racer, and someone who's turned his passion into a business where he's head designer of everything, including the machines.
I'd like to think of myself as someone who can do it all. You know, I'm voracious for information. I have to learn.
Scott prides himself on flying solo. He reaps the rewards and grudgingly accepts the fallout of insisting on doing things his way.
My personal best is to be better than everybody else. I expect to win.
LX, LX. It's got to be an even number.
Try 30. Make the last one 30.
Hey. 30.
Andrew's under again. So the orange team has the code. Looks like he's struggling with the lock. No, he's got it. Next piece of information, which colored wire to cut?
Color?
Color. Red.
And the red wire is right, yes. You can go back. All right, Team Orange, swap positions with your teammates. You can catch up. They're only 3 minutes ahead of you. Wait a minute. I think Team Blue's got a problem.
No sooner we were gonna put our scuba gear on, Ben got a cramp.
Oh, no. He's not going to go in the water. He's got a cramp.
Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak.
I was ready, but then Ben comes back and says,
You have to get back in the water.
Laura's already half changed, but she's going to have to get back in the water.
We have to stop and make that switch.
this is bad.
Very real chance of the blue team is going to lose this.
In the first half of the challenge of cracking codes to defuse a bomb, Team Blue with Ben, Bill, Beth, Laura, and Abe have jumped into a 3-minute lead, ahead of Team Orange with Owen, Scott, Doug, Andrew, and Carla. But now their lead is slipping away. Ben was ready to swim, but now he can't. And Team Orange is determined to catch them.
Divers, this is a ticking bomb.
Round 2.
Go!
Right. The number of sides in a pentagon squared. Pentagon is 5, squared is 25. What is the number of signs in the zodiac?
12.
12? If A equals 1, B equals 2, Z equals 26, add the letter values in the following equation to solve for... Are you serious?
Team Blue is stuck.
GH is 8.
And their lead continues to be eaten away.
This doesn't make that much sense.
If A equals 1 and B equals 2 and Z equals 26, add the letter values for the following equation to solve for the 32. The number of Canadian provinces and territories tripled. It's 39. If the time in BC is 4:30, what time is it in St. John?
It's at 9 o'clock.
Andrew and Carla look like they're ready to start signaling.
3, 8, 3, 2,
0,
0, 8.
Scott's working on lock number 1. But the combination doesn't work.
Nope.
Do it again.
There's a problem.
That was a signal for do it again?
Yes, start over.
And if there's one person who prides himself on getting things perfect, it's Andrew Rader from Cambridge, Ontario.
I'm a spacecraft systems engineer. At ComDev, we develop entire space missions. I do analysis from orbital coordinates to galactic coordinates for a space telescope, how we're actually going to build the spacecraft, how we're going to test the spacecraft. Here you actually need to get into the Earth's orbit of the sun. That's the Earth heliocentric orbit. You need to do what really motivates me is trying to understand the world. So if that makes me a geek, then I'm a geek.
The race is now dead even, with both teams racing to crack their second and final lock.
Come on,
Good!
Shake the head.
Your divers are in the water waiting for you. What's going on over there?
I have a serious problem with Daniel Father's nattering in my ear is what I have.
I heard that, Ben.
Doug, how nervous are you going to be when that bomb actually goes off?
I don't know. How many megatons is it?
It's massive.
Then I won't care. I'll be dead.
Team Orange has triple-checked and are ready to retransmit their codes.
3.
9.
38.
Okay. And 3.
30. 2.
And then 9.
8.
Okay, Scott's down again for their second attempt.
We kept trying it over and over and over. 38, 32, 8.
Wrong!
Seems a bit strange.
We were pretty frustrated.
I have no idea what the hell they're doing.
So now they're second guessing their work and going through it over and over again.
That's
So
what I
it's
thought.
39,
yeah, there's an
32,
Atlantic
9.
time zone.
I just realized something. Some people go like this for 3. No, this is 3.
We saw 8. And it was 9.
And 9. I didn't think it mattered. I never even thought about it. I was just holding up the number of digits.
9, I think it is. 30, 39, 32, 9.
He's been down there a long time. Will it work? And it does!
Divers!
I knew there'd be a 1-minute penalty
Color.
for every wrong wire that we cut. So I grabbed them all and ripped them all out.
But wait, this ain't over yet. 4 wrong wires equals a 4-minute penalty. Team Blue, you can still win.
Remember? Hey, just keep going. Forgot that. 27.
Looks like they've got something.
You do 7.
27.
2 minutes left.
Okay.
12.
I got number 2.
I got 5.
27, 12, 27.
And Laura's down.
No.
Orange team wins.
Oh my God.
It may have been a mental lapse on my part.
I got 5.
27, 12, 27.
In my opinion, Bill messed up on that one.
Blue team came out completely strong in the first round, 3 minutes ahead of the orange team. Orange, you caught up. You managed to finally unlock your compartment, but didn't know which wire to cut. So why did you cut all the wires?
It was a decision.
Okay,
Let's get
why?
this party started, and even if we're going to pay a penalty...
Who made that decision, you?
Oh, it was my decision.
Well, it kind of worked out for you. The blue team, unfortunately, you lose the first challenge. As a team, you're going to have to vote one of your members to go to the know-it-all elimination zone. Off you go.
Thanks.
In this first know-it-all team challenge, these 10 have proven they're smart, wily, and up for any challenge. But you know what? They haven't seen anything yet. All right, know-it-alls, come on. Let's get straight to business. You guys are going to be tested on your ability to think under stress and under fire. With this. That's right. You're going to be dueling know-it-alls.
This is awesome.
Well, I've got experience with guns. I've got experience with paintball. Hot dog.
Here's how it works. The know-it-alls start by standing back-to-back against a member of the opposite team. I then ask them both the same question. They walk 10 paces and wait for my command of draw. The best shot gets to answer the question first to earn points. The first team to 10 points wins this team challenge. Team Blue, since you lost the last challenge, one of you will be heading to the elimination zone. If you lose again, you'll have to send 2. For the first round, your opponent will be chosen by random pick. Let's go. Laura, you're gonna go first.
Owen.
Owen!
Oh, I'm gonna get killed. I feel like I am the underdog. I haven't fired a gun before.
Laura is very cool under pressure. She scares the hell out of me, quite frankly.
What is the 3rd largest ocean on Earth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do not shoot me. Draw! Owen actually hit the plexi. So, Owen, you get to answer the question. 3rd largest ocean.
Indian.
That is correct. 1 point to Orange. All right, Carla?
Ben.
Ben! We have ex-military Ben
I've shot massive range of weapons. Hundreds of thousands, not millions of rounds.
versus Carla, the scientist.
I have never shot a gun before.
Carla Davidson from Calgary, Alberta.
I'm the type of know-it-all who just gets excited about different weird facts and wants to share them and doesn't realize that it's ruining a party.
But when she's not busy ruining a party, Carla is busy hanging out with germs.
This is what we get out of a healthy kid's nose. That's a healthy kid.
So why does Carla want to throw herself into this competition?
There's no Olympics for scientists. I get to show off being smart.
What is the largest number with one syllable? Draw! Absolutely dismal. Carla misses, and Ben too. Ben, you're ex-military. What happened?
It's a notoriously bad weapon. You've got a ball flying through the air with a random spin. It's gonna go off in different directions randomly.
Did anyone know the answer?
12.
12. That's correct. How many bones are in the human hand?
As I'm walking, I'm counting all the joints in my fingers.
6,
I know this, but I want to make
8,
sure.
9. Draw!
Whoa.
Bill?
23.
You are incorrect. Scott?
19 bones in the hand, not counting the wrist.
The hand has 27 bones. That includes the wrist, 8 bones. So your answer, 19. That's correct. Andrew, who have you got?
Beth. Actually, I was terrified that I would draw Beth. She had a lot of shooting experience, and she was a rather small target, the most dangerous person on their team by far.
Beth Furlong from Pickering, Ontario. Born in Hawaii, she recently immigrated to Canada. But before moving north of the 49th, Beth was a fighter pilot in the US Air Force.
I'm a veteran. I've been to Iraq, and I've been in places that supported the Afghanistan mission. I've always known I wanted to be a pilot. I love it. It's incredible.
With her military discipline and sturdy resolve, Beth is gunning to win.
Which city boasts the world's first subway system? And walk. 1, 2.
I thought it's gotta be Boston or New York.
Draw! Beth.
London.
You are correct. Yeah. 1 point. Well done. What is the biggest military construction ever built in the entire world? Draw! Andrew, you hit him. Square. You get the opportunity to answer a question.
Yes, I believe it's actually ambiguous. How do you define largest? If you're talking strictly in terms of length, it's most likely Roman roads. In terms of volume, in terms of length, in terms of mass, in terms of cost. You're talking in terms of cost, volume, if you include water infrastructure, could be Panama Canal.
You just answer the question.
God, he's a know-it-all.
You could also count the U.S. highway system.
If you were talking any longer, I think time would flow backwards.
He makes some valid points. Painful, long-winded, valid points.
But if you're talking single length, what you're going for is the Great Wall of China.
Okay, Andrew, I'm going to take your final answer.
The question is ambiguous.
You're absolutely...
The odds are not in my favor.
The know-it-alls have been dueling it out in a battle of knowledge.
Indian.
London.
Team Orange is out front early.
You are correct.
But like a typical know-it-all, Andrew is busy talking circles.
I believe it's actually ambiguous.
To get what he thinks is the right answer.
I'm going to take your final answer, which was the Great Wall of China. And you, in fact, are correct. Okay, Scott.
Laura.
Laura.
Make it happen, Laura.
Okay.
I was really excited to be able to shoot Scott because he's so smug.
Laura Seward from Mississauga, Ontario. In her short 23 years on the planet, Laura has done more than most people in a lifetime.
I was identified as gifted at the age of 10.
Because she can.
I've done botany research, medical biophysics work on cancer, environmental engineering work, designing biofilters. I've also done particle astrophysics work. I design and build lasers for the Alpha experiment.
But with all the achievements, she's yet to answer one of the biggest questions.
I'm still very confused with what to do with my life.
What liquid is formed with 2 molecules of hydrogen and 2 molecules of oxygen? Draw!
Oh, again.
Bang, she fires.
Damn. It's hydrogen peroxide.
Congratulations.
Yeah!
She is a machine.
Well done.
Doug. Jeopardy is not a physical game.
Well, it's not just about knowing the answer, it's reaction time.
What about sports, baseball? Are you a big sports guy?
No.
Reaction time? Tennis, basketball? No?
No.
Okay, so the only successful reaction time that you've had to practice is hitting the buzzer, is that correct?
I also type 95 words a minute.
Impressive. Which planet in our solar system has the longest day? And walk.
I hope he knows. I know Doug would know this answer.
Draw! Abe, nice hit. The answer.
The answer is Uranus.
Abe, you are incorrect. Both of you, back here.
Is it Venus?
It is Venus, yes. Before discovering Hawaii and New Zealand, this famous cartographer was responsible for mapping the St. Lawrence River and Newfoundland. What is his name? Draw! Bill, you shot, missed, Owen, you got Bill square in the gut. Good shot. But do you know the answer to the question?
Captain Cook.
Do you know his first name?
James.
Correct. Well done. All right. Okay, guys, round one is over. The score is
7-3, orange ahead. First team to 10 points wins.
This time, you get to choose your own opponent.
We'll do Abe.
Owen versus Abe. Let's go. What is the total number of stars in Orion's belt plus all of the stars in the Big Dipper? Start walking. Draw! Okay, Owen, you get to answer for a potential 2 points.
I'm going to say 10.
You're absolutely correct. 10 is the answer.
Guys.
Belly bump.
Okay, Blue, you have someone already? Who is it?
Biggest target.
The biggest target.
Owen.
And then he made a wisecrack.
Chubby against chubby. It's the way it's got to be.
Go pop a cap in his ass for that.
We'll see who's tubby and we'll see who's kick-ass.
Here's the question. What is the world's largest desert? March. Draw! Both of you shot, hit plexi, but Owen, you shot first.
Answer this one question correctly and win the challenge for your team.
What's your answer?
Antarctica.
Antarctica?
Yep.
You win. Congratulations. Blue team, you are going to have to pick a team member to go into the know-it-all elimination zone. Go on.
Thanks, guys.
Our team lost twice.
We've lost 2 challenges in a row.
This is something I'm not proud of.
I definitely don't think I'm safe. I'm not comfortable in my position.
I think you guys know why we're here. Back at the hangar for the first know-it-all elimination zone. And Team Blue, as you lost both of the challenges this week, as a group, you need to give me 2 names by consensus of the people who are going to go into the know-it-all elimination zone. You all have to agree on those 2 people, except for those 2 people.
No, I'm taking the first tip. For the underwater challenge, it very likely was my fault. I'll take the hit for it. And my vote's for Ben on the second one.
Nothing personal against anybody here. But I think the best matchup in this elimination round would be Bill and Ben.
I agree.
Okay.
Tell me your decision.
Myself.
And me.
Bill and Ben. One of you guys is going home today.
Well, he knows an awful lot. He's a very, very intelligent man.
He just has an endless thirst for knowledge. He can start from scratch and teach you from, knowing nothing to having a full understanding of something.
I mean, I am 65 years old, so, there's a lot of experience there.
Ben really does think he knows a lot.
He always has that little piece of knowledge that everybody needs to know,
and he has that big piece of knowledge that you just don't care to know.
It's how you put your knowledge to use, I think, is the important part. I want to be here.
This is it. Both of you are fighting to stay in this competition. This is the first know-it-all elimination challenge. And it's simply called Name That Thing.
At the center of this challenge are 20 items. Each competitor races to correctly identify and spell the full name of each one by arranging the letter blocks on their tables. 1 point is awarded for each letter in every correct word. The competitor with the most points after 20 minutes wins the challenge and stays in the competition.
You have 20 minutes, starting from now.
The items are in 4 categories: flora, fauna, minerals, and human bones. 1 table for each category and another table for a mix of all 4.
Ben is spreading them out all at once.
Take all the tiles and lay them all out. So I had all the letters in front of me. I also made sure that all the letters were right side up.
See anything you know, Bill?
Yep. Anything you recognize, you just do it.
On each table, there are the exact number of letters needed to construct the words. No more, no less.
How are we doing?
Well, I don't know. Depends if I can spell or not.
Well, all the letters are there for you.
Doesn't mean I put them in the right order now,
All
does
right.
it? I saw a few animals immediately that I recognized.
Now, unlike Ben, Bill has not taken the time to properly organize his letters, which has caused him to make a simple mistake.
Somehow I picked up a T upside down, thought it was an L, stuck it in there.
I've broken so many bones. I've broken my mandible. I've broken the tibia. I've broken the fibia.
Do you recognize any of those bones right off the bat?
Yes.
Yes?
I've done some first aid courses, so I should know a few things about the human body.
Okay, time's ticking.
I smelt the mint plant, and there's no doubting the smell of a mint plant.
"90 seconds left. If you want to stay and become Canada's greatest know-it-all, now is the time to prove that you deserve to be in this competition.
Okay, 10 seconds left.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. All right. Bill, Ben, here are the totals. Bill, you made lots of words. You had 3 words spelled incorrectly, and they were big words. They were pomegranate, metatarsal, and tarantula. If you had spelled those 3 correctly, you would have had 59 points. You had a total of 5 correct words for 29 points. Ben, simple math. 9 words, 52 points. You're in the competition. Bill, you are not Canada's greatest know-it-all.
Being in top 10, I can't complain about that.
To be a true know-it-all, you have to have great instincts, superior knowledge, and a competitive edge.
First out is, I wouldn't say is terribly honorable. It's going to be hard facing friends, family, community.
But even with life experience, you still have to pay attention to the little details, or you simply won't survive. Next time on Canada's Greatest Know-It-All. The 9 remaining know-it-alls race to stay in the game.
Just get me the acceleration.
Go!
This is rough stuff, man!
Rock and roll! But in the hunt for a killer,
And the cause of death?
Blunt force trauma.
To the head?
they'll need to survive each other.
Let's find evidence of a crime first.
Quit arguing with me all the time. Junior!
To stay alive in the competition.